YouTube. There we go. You have to come here and mute it. All right, there we go. Awesome. So we are live on the YouTube channel, the Gateway to Freedom Real Estate Investing Conference YouTube channel, G2 Free STL. And I am excited to announce that we are having our annual Gateway to Freedom Real Estate Investor Conference this Saturday and Sunday, October 11th and 12th. And if you got your ticket already and you're going to be in the room, fantastic. You're going to be able to meet Philip Ton and the REIPrintMail team in person. If you did not get in the room, you can still get on the Zoom. We have virtual tickets available at g2free.com for $49. You can watch all of our speakers, and you'll be able to, gain incredible value that way. And you can always reach out to our sponsors like REIPrintMail, who we have on today, talking about our great event and what they can do to help real estate investors. I want to introduce everybody to Philip Ton with the REIPrintMail. How you doing, Philip?
Hey, I'm doing well, guys. Hey, welcome.
Awesome, buddy. So tell everybody, people may have not heard of REIPrintMail. They may have. Tell us what REIPrintMail is and what do you do?
So REIPrintMail, just to kind of give you as a quick tutorial, we are one of the largest when it comes to direct mail marketing campaigns for the real estate industry. But we kind of reverse engineer the whole direct mail aspect of things, right? Because everybody has that concept, hey, direct mail, does it even work? Snail mail. Do people still read their mail? So REIPrintMail, right? We've been in business for 33 years now. We just celebrated our 33-year anniversary. When it comes to direct mail, we're one of the largest in the nation. We know that. So back in the day, I don't know if you guys remember the Verizon wireless commercials where it says, hey, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you took the United States map, paint it all red. Because we're the largest, we send mail everywhere, right? We're national. And the funny thing is Gateway to Freedom's right here in St. Louis. We are based out of St. Louis, Missouri, right in Chesterfield. So if you're going to the event and you're like, hey, I want to see how this whole facility works and how does REIPrintMail do what they do, stop by our facility. We're right there by Chesterfield Airport. We'd love to have you, give you a tour of our facility. But that being said, right, REIPrintMail, the reason why we're the largest and the most trusted brand when it comes to direct mail is because of the results. And we base everything on hard data and hard statistics. So we send out on average about 4 million pieces of mail monthly, right? And what sets us apart from any other mail vendor out there is we're not just order takers. You don't just come to us and say, hey, that piece looks flashy. I want to send that and find out if it works. That's all blind. You don't want to, you want to take as much gamble out of the real estate industry as you can. So because we track every single piece of mail that leaves our facility, we can give you a full market analysis on your specific market, right? What is the top performing mail piece based on response rate? What is your competition sending out where they're getting these big $20,000, $60,000, $100,000 spreads? We have that intel. We're tracking it. So we're looking at, hey, what is the best mail piece to use in your specific market? Just solely based on what we're tracking, deal flow and response rate. Take it a step further. We own our own data company as well, very similar to PropStream or a list source. So we're composing mailing lists and motivated sellers lists for clients every single day. We enhance that data with our AI software. We built out an AI algorithm because everybody's talking about this AI boom, AI this, AI that. So, hey, let's jump on board as well. What can we utilize AI for to make our clients more successful, more money? What did we do? We took all our response rates. We looked at all the qualified leads, meaning, hey, this person responded to a piece of mail, owns a property, and is interested in our client's team to negotiate a price. We took that response, created an ideal avatar in every single market and saying, okay, these are the 30 characteristics of an individual that responded to mail, had a qualified property, and sold their property. What does that avatar look like? So now when we go on our data platform, when we pull all property demographics, saying, hey, this would qualify as a motivated property, we score it with our AI and it looks at the individual person and it goes, okay, based on these 30 characteristics, this person is more likely to be qualified. So more predictive data set. So you blend in the data, you blend in the top performing mail piece, now you have something successful. And then we don't go away. We still follow up with you in 30 days and say, okay, well, based on everything that we've recommended, based on our game plan, how did we score? How did we perform? So then we're going to have those follow-up meetings with you and kind of hand-holding through the whole process of direct mail and saying, okay, based on your spend here, what happened here, how did those results come out? And how do we do that? We offer other tools to help our clients. We have KPI tracking capability where we can allocate a tracking phone number on your mail piece so we know how many times it rang, how many times that number got triggered. Your phone's still ringing, we're just tracking it. One of the most important things to track also is how many of those phone calls are unique first time phone numbers? Because someone can call 10 times and kill your response rate, but it's the same person. So it's technically not 10 responses, it's one response. But knowing these minute details is going to make your life completely, it's a game changer, right? Now let's say, hey, this is a hobby. This isn't something you haven't taken on full time, or you just don't have the bandwidth to handle the inbound lead flow that we create through whatever marketing channel. We offer tools to help out in that aspect. We have a team of VAs, a team, not just one that won't show up to work, but we have a team of them that will answer and do the initial screening for you. So the call comes in, our VAs are hired by us, trained by us. We don't allow heavy accents. So they call in, we do the initial screening. Hey, are you responding to a piece of mail? Or is this a PPC ad? Or is this a billboard that you put on the side of the 70 highway? We can track those KPIs and then qualify the calls for you. And then the ones that you're reaching out to is what most investors do. And the favorite part of my personal favorite part of real estate is negotiating, building rapport, building trust, and solidifying deals. So if our VAs are sending you all your qualified leads, meaning this is a person that owns a property, this is a person we mail to, this is a person that has some type of interest in selling in the near future, your job's easy. All you got to do is give them a call, reach out to them, and say, hey, I'm interested in your property, and play the game.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Wow. That was extremely thorough and very informative. I mean, it's amazing. People, Philip, that's such amazing because people don't know that you can get all that kind of data to guide you. And like you said, so you're not just sending blind stuff out. And so many people send blind postcards and they complain, right? You probably hear it every day. Real estate investors who whine that, like you said, oh, direct mail isn't working. It doesn't work. I sent out 5,000 pieces last month. Didn't get a single call.
Yep.
Who did you qualify to, why, what did you send?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Everything starts off with your data, right? Well, who did you mail to first? Right. What did you mail? And let's fix all those pain points that you went through.
Right.
And we're great at list stacking, right? Because just because one motivational factor, because you saw it on Facebook or you heard it on YouTube, it's not going to work in your area.
Yeah.
You want to pull everything, stack it on top of each other. If they show up more than once, that's a great lead. You're definitely mailing to them.
Right.
But the other thing with us is like the hand-holding thing, right? Some clients come to us and say, hey, here's my list, mail it out, get me a response. Some others, we meet you wherever you're at on your growth. So if you're a brand new investor, great. Let's do this properly and right out the gate.
Sure.
If you're a seasoned veteran that's already mailing, well, let's figure out a way to improve it.
Right.
So we're always there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if I somebody like me or somebody else brings you a list, says, hey, look, all right, I've got my source that I get my list. It's very qualified, very data heavy, whatever. It's exactly what I need. However, I need a really well-performing piece of mail. I can say, hey, here are the criteria I use to pull my list. So, like, are these, vacant properties? Is it, out of state absentee owners, whatever in this zip code? You can say, well, shoot, this is what works for them, right?
Exactly. And then kind of build out expectations, right? Yeah. Of that quantity. Here, let's maximize that budget.
Okay.
Everybody has a budget, right? So that's the biggest stipulation when it comes to direct mail. And you got to understand, direct mail is front loaded. It costs a lot in the beginning, but when you look at your ROI and the amount of money comes back, it's going to be the biggest margin.
Yeah.
And historically, it proves itself time and time again.
Oh, yeah.
But let me ask you one thing, Rich.
Yeah.
With PPC, with Facebook ads, they're not tangible.
No.
Right? You can't pin a Facebook ad to your refrigerator.
Right.
That's a constant reminder. So direct mail is the only faucet that has staying power. It can be tucked in a drawer. It can go in your junk drawer. It can go in your refrigerator. And you're going to get calls. We track it because we track campaigns. Our longest run for a client was 11 years later. The guy called back and goes, hey, is this offer still valid? 11 years? Hell yeah, I'll pay you all cash right now.
Right. No doubt. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. ignore the run up and everything. We'll still give you that $10,000 for that house.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love it,
Yeah.
And here's some statistics I'm going to throw at you. Yeah,
Sure.
90% of Americans by the United States Postal Service. This is a study done by the United States Postal Service.
Okay.
92% of Americans still go to their mailbox, sort through
Mm.
their mail.
Yeah.
Our main goal is how the heck do I get past that first filter, which is the trash can? How do
Right.
I get how do I get my mail past the trash can into their hands so they can open up and read it?
That's right. That's right.
So
Are
that's
you?
the number goal. That's number one goal.
Yeah. What are you saying? Can I? I'm ask you a couple questions or whatever.
Yeah.
And if any of it's no, we can't answer that now.
We're an open book. Yeah, go ahead.
And the thing is, I know it's super, like you said, you guys have super great data, and these questions might be too general, but you could probably get us something in the ballpark or
Yep.
whatever. Let's say generally, ignore the zip code I'm mailing to or whatever, but generally, I'm mailing to absentee owners that have owned their house for 10 years,
Yep.
and what, like, are you seeing better results in postcards and in actual sealed letters? What are you actually seeing results in?
So everything's market specific. So
Okay.
one market will perform well with this mailer, one market won't, right? It's tracking that data to tell you exactly what. But if you're looking at a macro level
Yeah.
across the United States, what's working better right now
Yeah.
is if you're buying someone's most important asset in their life
Yeah.
or most expensive asset, which is their home,
Yeah.
right? Their home's worth more than their car. It's probably one of the biggest assets they've ever bought.
Sure.
You guys might yell at me because homes aren't assets or liabilities, but whatever.
Yeah.
But
Right.
let's say you are mailing or attempting to buy someone's largest asset they've ever acquired.
Yeah.
What's the number one thing that's going to resonate with someone?
Professionalism, probably.
That's good.
Yeah.
But you tell me if I gave you $1 million on your property, is professionalism even there?
Yeah. True. Right. No, you're
It's
right.
money. It's
Yeah. You're
money.
right. It's money. You're
Money.
right. You're right.
It's
Yeah.
money. So
Yep.
the concept of sending a soft offer
Yeah.
on someone's property is the best call to action that we track historically.
Okay.
Meaning, hey, if I'm mailing you something and I did a case study with a couple clients. I said, okay, if we're mailing absentee ownership,
Right.
what works better? And then if I'm mailing owner occupied, what works better?
Right.
Surprisingly, and this was I caught this live time because I'm tracking everything, but
Sure.
what I noticed is if I'm mailing absentee ownership,
Yeah.
an offer letter works better. If
Okay.
I'm mailing owner occupied properties, an offer postcard yields better
Okay.
because a postcard is more associated. Okay, this is my property, so if they're living in there, they're going to look at the postcards to
Right.
improve their situation.
Sure.
If they're an absentee ownership, meaning a burnt out landlord or something, they're used to getting checks in the mail
Yeah.
because that's how they collect rent.
That's true. Yep.
So it goes hand in hand.
Yeah. Yeah. That is great. That you would think it'd be flipped, right? You'd
You
think
would
it'd be
think, yeah.
yeah.
But see, the thing is when we track postcards and we track letters and we check mailers, in which we've invented here, came out of the St. Louis market. When it came to check mailer for the real estate industry, REI Print Mail was the leading. We were the first ones to create that. We
Okay.
have badges in our office from Google saying cease and desist. We framed that up because we were the first ones to come up with the idea of putting Google Street images on postcards.
Oh, wow.
Right. So we're innovating all new pieces here, and we're always testing to find the new hot mail piece.
Yeah.
But we're doing the R&D on it. Once they start working, we release them. Clients use it. So I can almost guarantee that the top 10 performing mail pieces across the United States were created right here in St. Louis, right here at REI Print Mail, used by our competition. And I always take the positives away, right?
Yeah.
Because if the competition is using our stuff, literally printing our stuff and using it for their clients, we know we're leading the way. We're leading the charge.
Right. Wow.
Yep.
That's awesome, man. That
Yeah.
is awesome. You're right. Your competition's using it. It's kind of like one of our speakers is with Daniel Tercey is with
Mhm.
Directed IRA, right?
Yep.
And Matt Sorensen with Directed IRA wrote the IRA, self-directed IRA handbook that all the other financial advisors that do self-directed IRAs read
His
to
thing,
follow.
figure it out. Yep.
So
Absolutely.
you're like that, man. It's your blueprint that everybody else is using.
Yep, and we love it. We're the only company out there that owns their own data company, owns their own mail facility. You blend those two things together because that's what makes mail work.
Right.
So you'll have other companies, right? They'll have their mail. They'll be able to provide mailers for you. But if they're not tracking the data, then you're already 50% down behind.
Yeah.
Now, if you're buying data and you don't have a mail facility, Well, how do you know if that's going to blend with your mail? You don't. You're
Yeah,
still working volume. If we blend those two things together, I mean, it's a recipe for success all day. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. That's
Yeah.
amazing. That really is amazing. And
And
folks, if you're going to be in that room, if you're going to be on site, you've got to spend some time with Philip's team at REI Print Mail and talk to them, see what they can do for you. See, and if you're already using them, stop by and say hey and tell them the
absolutely.
things because I'm sure they've made you some money. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
make sure you stop in and say, man, that mailer that you did for me and this and this and this made me this much
Uh,
money or whatever, if you haven't already, because I'd probably be calling up Philip saying, hey, man, I just made the $50,000 check on that piece of mail.
oh,
That paid for
absolutely.
my mail for the next 2 years or
And it
whatever.
didn't even go away yet, right? Because, you know, just because we sent it out there, it's on the ground.
Yeah,
So you didn't even get all of the returns yet. You didn't get all the money back yet. It's still
right.
floating out there. So you don't know when that call's coming. And it's great. We can gauge a campaign within the first 90 days of how well it's performing.
Okay.
And remember how I said I take the positives from everything?
Yeah.
Trust me, when you mail and let's say you mail 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to take yourself in that situation. Okay, I got on stage with 1,000 people. I'm holding the microphone on stage.
Right.
If you were to cold call, you're getting off the stage individually talking to each person saying, hey, are you interested? The
Right.
beauty of mail is you're on the stage saying, hey, who wants to sell their house? Raise your hand. Because those are the leads that are calling you back.
Right.
Now, let's be real and have that bold conversation. Is everybody going to respond well to it? No. You're going to get the complainers. They're the ones that call first. How do you get a positive out of a complainer? Well, guess what? The only way they responded to you is they got past the trash can, they saw your number, they open it
Exactly.
up. Don't know why they have time to call you back. Just throw the thing away. But hey, if they're calling me back, tells me two things. My mail hit the ground,
Yeah.
it's doing its job.
Right.
And then all of a sudden the good calls start flowing through, and here comes the money.
Exactly. Like you said, yeah, first things get past that trash can. Second things probably at least start the conversation. Start, have open
Exactly.
conversation.
Yep. Yep. And
which
then
which
we give you our script on, hey, if we are sending this mail piece, how do I how do I gauge with that phone call? How do I talk them down from the initial soft offer? We have coaches here that will walk you right through it, and we don't charge anything for our coaches. That's complimentary.
Wow,
Yeah,
man, that's amazing service,
yeah,
folks. I'm telling you, REI Print Mail is the team you want to get with as you're building your team. If you're brand new to real estate investing and you're coming to this conference, you're like, look, I need to, Rich is going to talk about building a team. You got to build a team.
yep,
Probably all these speakers on stage are going to talk about how important having a team is because real estate investing is not a solopreneurship. It's not a solo sport. It's a team sport. You've got to have REI Print Mail on your team. So walk
absolutely.
up, talk to Philip and his team at REI Print Mail so you can talk about how they can be a part of your team because this is going to be amazing. He's talking about the value he's giving you, the service they're giving you with not only data backed, mailing options there, but being able to coach you about how you actually what do you do with that call when that call comes in, how do you handle that. That's
Yep,
amazing value.
yeah. I'll challenge you guys too, who the attendees and the ones that are going to be watching this conference. Three things, and these three words are going to be said multiple times by all the speakers because I go on stage and I speak as well.
Yeah.
Automate, delegate, eliminate.
Mm.
So three keys to making a successful real estate industry business. Automate, delegate, eliminate. If you can automate your mail with someone like REI Print Mail, great. You're already a step ahead. If you can delegate that task to someone on your team so you can do the fun stuff, beautiful. Eliminate the things that aren't working. Because you test your mail, because you're testing your marketing, there's going to be areas where it doesn't work in this specific market. Eliminate it.
Right.
Stop burning your money. Stop hemorrhaging. Yep.
Philip, we're gonna call you the Mr. Wonderful of mail because anybody watch Shark Tank, right? He talks about how you're testing things and whatever doesn't work, stop selling
Yep.
it. If nobody's buying it, don't sell it. If you have a line of this and nobody's buying this, get rid of it.
Absolutely.
Don't keep dropping money into something that isn't working. So that's amazing. I love that you included that last part because people
Yep.
need to know that. Don't
Oh,
be
yeah.
so stubborn, right?
No.
Everybody's so stubborn. They're headstrong. We got that Midwestern stubbornness about us that we're like, no, somebody will eventually call me on this postcard that does not work for 5 years and whatever. But that automation that automation part is so huge. I mean,
Yep.
that's so huge because if anybody's been in the business for a little bit, and everybody's situation is different. But when we got started, when I got started, handwritten yellow.
Oh, the golden letter.
Yeah,
Yep.
the golden letter.
The golden
That was
letter.
the thing. And
Yep.
when I started, I hand wrote every single letter we
Yep.
sent out, and then we figured out a way to run them through the printer by buying like these loose leaf yellow pages,
Yep.
right, and then run it through the printer. But that's so much time, right?
Yeah. Well,
In
it's
real
time,
estate
but then
investing, you're going to
yeah.
pay. You're going to pay with either money or time.
Yep.
And that took a lot of time. And then when we finally got into automation, that was a game changer. And that, man, that Phil's talking about something that can change your life. If you have the ability to automate, it's going to change your real estate investing game.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. It takes it, because what's the most important asset to someone is their time. You can't get it back.
Nope.
You can't get it back. Once it's used, it's used.
Yeah.
So use your, and look, and always ask yourself as an investor, how much am I paying myself? What do I make an hour?
Yes.
Is it $100? Is it $500? Is it $10,000? That number could be anything, right? Shoot for the stars, land on the moon.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You shoot for the mountains, you land in the side of a hill.
Well, there aren't very many mountains in Missouri, but
no, you're right. You're right.
I'm from California, right?
Mountains are mountains.
Guys, I'm telling you, you don't understand the gift that Rich has given you. He's collectively taken some of the top guys, the top 1% of the Missouri market, shoved them all into one room and gave you this wealth of knowledge. REIPrintMail, we are a national company. He got our attention, brought us there with you guys. We are going to give you everything we know. Free. Just tell them, take a look at it. Let us analyze your market. Let us show you what's working best. But not even just us. Every other speaker on that panel, Steve, Sam Prim, Lucas, those are great guys, wealth of knowledge. Yeah. As you don't know when you're going to cross someone's path that's going to change your trajectory. And it happens every day. And I watch it and I see it and I love it. I live it.
Yeah, you're right. That's amazing. And I appreciate that. And that's the thing that people don't realize when you get into these rooms. And now I'm preaching for like future events as well. But when you get into these rooms, you have access to these people, right? Yep. You go to a big, huge conference like a WealthCon, or back in the day, you go to
Rich, I'm a Collective Genius member myself. The top wholesalers in the world. I go on to the next weekend. I'll be in Dallas for the Collective Genius community. But I go on there, right? And you're gonna have a notebook. You're gonna fill the whole notebook up. I promise you, at Gateway to Freedom, you're gonna have a notebook. You're gonna fill it all up with all this information. Yeah, guys, what you need to do is take action. Take action, because you have all this knowledge. If you don't take action, it's you just wasted the time.
Yep.
Take action.
Yep. And action isn't the decision to do something. It's actually doing it. Right.
And it's okay to fail. Right. Yeah, it's okay to fail.
Right. I decided to buy a house. Well, did you? Did you actually do it?
Yeah.
You got to take action. You're absolutely right.
Absolutely.
Man, that's great advice. That is great advice. And you being a Collective Genius member, and that you have access to that community, things like that. Gateway to Freedom, we're not selling any kind of membership or anything like that. We have an overall mastermind or anything. You go to these huge, like I said, a WealthCon, or back in the day, Clever Summit or whatever.
Yep.
You could see these massively successful people on stage, but what was the chance you're actually going to have any chance to talk to them?
Exactly.
None. I guarantee you, there was no way you were going to go talk to Chris Crone at Clever Summit. That wasn't going to happen. All right, but at Gateway to Freedom, you see our speakers; they're very personable. You could pull them off to the side, unless maybe they're running. No, I got to go to the airport, running, and I got to go somewhere, or whatever. But usually, they're going to give you the time to sit around and talk with them for a little bit, right? Yep. As long as you're not monopolizing their time, they're probably
exactly. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's amazing. So thanks for bringing that up as well. Philip, I know you've got all your info there on your background.
Oh yeah.
Where is the best what's the best way to get hold of you or REIPrintMail?
You can go to if you want direct access to me, and if you like my personality, we mesh. If you want me to handle your campaigns, it's philip@reiprintmail.com, or you can just use my landing page, or you just go to reiprintmail.com. You can book a free meeting there. We have 16 different coaches, someone like myself. We're all real estate investors. Every single one of us. We either wholesale, buy and hold. I do all the above. I'm actually doing a rental arbitrage on a hotel right now. But that being said, REIprintmail.com. Go on there, take a look at some of our stuff. We don't release everything online because of, competition taking our stuff, but book a meeting. Book a meeting with one of our coaches. What they're going to do is they're going to give you a free market analysis of showing you what's working, what you should be doing in your market, what are other people, what's your competition having success with, and that's all free. That's just more information on your plate so you can, you know, decide what is the best route for you. Direct mail might not be for you, and that's okay. But at least understand it and make a valid decision if, hey, this is the route you want to take. So
Absolutely.
I always tell people if you're going to market, there's three tiers. It's a tripod of marketing, right? It's either PPC, PPL, or direct mail.
Yeah.
And you got to pick the one that's going to be best for you and make sure and stay consistent with it. It doesn't happen over time. That instant gratification is out the door, but it will happen. It always happens. I watch clients every day. I watch them grow. That's my favorite thing to do about this job
Yeah.
is get someone from the beginning, and then all of a sudden they turn in their W-2.
Right.
Now they're full-time investors, and they can support and provide for their family. That
That's
is my
100%.
goal. That's what I want to see. So
100%.
best way to reach us is reiprintmail.com. You can go on there, um, book a meeting with one of our coaches. You have my direct line there. That is my cell phone number that I put up there. So you guys can always text me. Trust me, I get texts at 2 a.m. in the morning for fires that I got to put out for clients because they're in a situation where they got to close contract real quick. I'll walk them through the whole process. But it happens, right? We're there for you.
Right.
If you come with REI Print, if you come talk to REI Print Mail, we'll show you what we're about. We'll open up our book of business, tell you exactly what you need to know.
That's amazing. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate your support and being a vendor and sponsor of the conference. We've
Yep.
for 2 years now running, so we appreciate you doing that
Oh, we love it. We love
as
it.
well. And we're able to, glad to bring you a conference where you don't have to fly out to Vegas or fly out to stay a
Yep.
little home this week. And
Yeah.
but
Didn't
we
didn't
appreciate
didn't
it.
get any miles on this one.
That's true. That is the benefit of the travel is you get the miles. I
But
appreciate
no,
that.
we are excited to be part of Gateway to Freedom. We love what you preach, Rich. Trust me, guys, you do not know how what a gift it is to even be able to talk to Rich.
Well,
No, we absolutely love it. Yep.
no, I appreciate it. Thank you
Mhm.
so much. And everybody, get a hold of REI Print Mail. Stop by at the event, at the booth, have a deep conversation with them about how they can help you with your real estate investing business because I guarantee they can. And if you're already using them, stop by and give them some love. So they
Yep.
would love to see you and talk to you, I'm sure, as well. And if you are going to be watching us on the Zoom, reach out to Philip and his team and let
Yep.
them know you need help because they can do it for you. But
Yep.
Philip,
And I'll provide you guys with a link to direct
okay.
access to my calendar, and I'll send that over to you, Rich, and you can
Oh,
post
yeah,
that underneath the video if you need to.
I
But that
will.
would be my direct calendar link. Yep.
Okay, I will definitely do that. Yeah, send that over to me and I'll drop that in the comments on the video.
Beautiful.
All
Awesome,
right.
guys. Well, yeah, I
Thanks,
look
Philip.
forward to meeting everybody this weekend. But just
Sounds
stop
good.
by, say hi.
I
Yep.
will. Yeah, everybody do that, and I will see you. Well, I don't know. Here, I'm going to stop the live here.